So let's go ahead and find a nice comfortable seat in your chair, remembering that the further back you sit up against the back of the chair, the less work you're doing, right? So it's completely up to you. If you feel like you need some more support, feel free to lean back. If you want to start working a little bit more of your core area, then you can sit forward, okay? Your feet can be flat on the ground. You can have your ankles crossed. You could have your legs crossed for now, right? Whatever feels the most comfortable in your body. And then take a moment to settle in, right? We don't always land comfortably, so just take time to observe the body. Notice if you need to adjust anything, sometimes through the hips, the low back, maybe it's the legs or the feet. Your palms can be either face down or face up, all right? And then allow the eyes to close. And just begin to observe your breath without changing anything, just simply noticing the depth of the breath, the pace in which you're breathing, if there's any noise to the breath, noticing if there's any places in the body where the breath feels like it literally gets stuck, right? And then maybe moving into those spaces. Allow each inhale to draw in something that you want or need for yourself. So maybe it's patience or compassion, maybe it's happiness or love. And then allow the exhale to release anything that no longer serves you. So maybe it's a negative feeling or emotion, maybe it's a negative thought, maybe it's a thought pattern. Okay. And then begin to deepen your breath. So imagine your lungs were like balloons, and on each inhale, you're taking in those extra sips of air, filling yourself to your fullest capacity. And then as you exhale, draw your navel in and slightly up, helping to squeeze out any stale air left in your lungs, and then just making room for your next inhale. As you begin to focus on this breath, start to stack your ears over your shoulders and your shoulders over your hips. Really sitting up tall, allowing your shoulders to roll down and away from the ears, and feel like the shoulder blades in the back body were gently squeezing against one another, as if your heart was pushing forward and up. And then lastly, soften through the muscles of the face. So start to relax the skin and muscles that surround your eyes and eyebrows, through the forehead, down through the jaw. Let the tongue fall from the top of the mouth to the bottom. Soften the neck, the chest. And as you do that, really begin to notice the expansive quality of the inhale and the gentle contraction of the exhale. Allow your chin to drop down toward your throat and just take a moment here to set a positive intention for your practice. So just remember why you show up to your mat, or in this case, your chair. You can keep your eyes closed and start to rock the head from side to side, releasing tension in the neck, down into the shoulders. And your head will come back to center. You can blink the eyes open if they're not open yet. Let's start by bringing the arms out to a T. So extending from fingertip to fingertip. And let's take a very gentle side twist. So just going left and right as far as your chair will allow, right? So you can only go so far because you're going to hit the back of the chair, right? But just going gently from side to side. And you might actually start to feel a little stretch through the arms, through the shoulders. You might feel a little bit in the upper back. And then coming back through center. Gently release the arms down. And let's bend the elbows and circle through the wrists, going in one direction. And then going in the opposite direction. And anytime we work through these joint movements, which we'll do together almost every class, really pay attention to over-exaggerating the movement. And then flexing and extending through the wrist joint. And then opening and closing the fist. Good, and then shake it out and let it go. All right, let's bring the arms back out to a T, and let's make little circles in one direction. And in the opposite direction. And then big circles, so really big circles, getting into the entire shoulder joint. All right, the shoulder can move a lot, so let's really get in there. And then let's go in the opposite direction. Again, as big of a movement as you can get there. Good, and then release the arms. So you can sit on your hands if that feels good for you, or you can bring your hands on your lap, or even alongside your body. And let's lift your right leg and circle out through the ankle. So you don't have to lift your foot high. You can keep your foot to the ground and it's still just as effective, okay? We always honor our body and we do whatever we can in the moment. And let's go in the opposite direction. And again, let the movement be as big as you can get it. And start to point and flex through the ankle. And then open and close the toes. Good, and let's do the other side. So lifting your left leg and begin to circle out through the ankle joint. Again, just starting in one direction. And going in the opposite direction. My daughter just came home, so my dogs are going nuts. And then point and flex. And again, let it be exaggerated so that you feel it through the leg, right? You might feel this stretch through the whole front of the shin and through the back of the calf. You might even feel it all the way up into your thigh. Good, and then open and close the toes. Get any cracks and kinks out. Good, and then gently release the foot to the ground. Okay, so let's go back into the arms. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. You're going to bend that right elbow and take your left hand to the elbow. So you can either stay just like this, or if it's hard to reach, take hold of your right wrist and pull the right arm over. Okay, so just getting into the shoulder and getting into the upper back. And then lastly, feel like you're leaning your head back into your arm. So it's almost getting that little back bend, and do the best you can. If holding the wrist is hard, hold your fingers, right? Whatever you can do. Remember, there's always ways to modify, and I'd rather you modify the heck out of it and get it than just kind of feel like, oh, this is not gonna work for my body, right? Doing the best you can with what you're working with today. Take 2 more breaths. And then very slowly begin to release the arms down and circle it out through the shoulders. Good. Inhale, lift the arms, bend that left elbow. And again, you can hold on to the elbow and draw the arm across, or take hold of your left wrist and then bring the arm over, okay? And then again, push the head back into your arm to lift through the chest. And again, do the best you can, right? Sometimes we're working with old injuries, sometimes we're working with just our body aging, sometimes we're working with emotional things that show up physically in our body, right? So just being patient with yourself. Take another breath, and then gently release the arms down. Good, circle it out, and then circle it out in the opposite direction. Good, inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale, gentle twist over to the right. So sit up tall. You can use your right hand against the outside edge of the chair and your left hand against your right leg. Keep the spine lifted. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, maybe twisting deeper. You can gaze over the right shoulder. That deepens the neck stretch, or you can gaze forward, keeping your chin in line with your sternum, right? In the center of the chest. Inhale, arms up toward the sky, and exhale, twisting over to the left. So same thing, you can gaze over your left shoulder, which stretches out the right side of the neck, or you can keep the gaze forward, whatever works best for you. A big part of this practice is just being mindful, noticing what we feel in the moment, and honoring that. And then inhale, arms up toward the sky, and exhale, release the arms down. Good. Inhale, lift the arms. This time, take hold of your right wrist. Inhale, lift, and exhale, leaning over to the left. Get heavy in the right hip. Think of rotating the left ribs up a little bit. And then inhale, arms up. Take hold of your left wrist and exhale over to the right. Rotating the right ribs up. Good. Inhale, arms up toward the sky, and exhale, release the hands down. Let's take it again. Inhale, arms up. We'll start with a twist. Exhale, twisting over to the right. So sitting up tall, shoulders down away from the ears. Spine is long, neck is long. Paying attention to where the gaze feels best, whether it's over the right shoulder or keeping the head neutral. And then inhale, arms up toward the sky, and exhale, twisting to your left. Slow, deep breaths, right? That's the most important part of this whole practice, the breath. And inhale, arms up toward the sky. Exhale, release the arms down. Let's take the side bend. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Take hold of your right wrist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lean to your left. Ground heavy into that right hip. Rotate the left ribs up a little bit. Good. Inhale, arms up. Take hold of your left wrist. And exhale, over to the right. Rotate the right ribs up. Good. Inhale, arms up toward the sky, and exhale, release down. Inhale, arms up, reach up. As you exhale, cactus the arms, so bring the elbows in line with your shoulders. Inhale, lift up and reach up. And exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, arms up and reach up. And exhale, cactus, and then we hold here. So as we're here, roll the shoulders down away from the ears, and then bring the elbows behind you as if they were going to touch. Think of lifting your heart toward your chin. Chin stays parallel to the ground. You'll feel the shoulder blades in the back body gently hug against one another. Take another breath. As you inhale, lift the arms all the way up toward the sky, and exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, arms up, reach up, lift. As you exhale, right hand comes down. You can hold the outer edge of the chair and then leaning over. Breathing into the left side body, gaze can be down, forward, or up. Inhale, arms up toward the sky. Exhale, left hand down, reaching up and over to the left side. Breathing into the right side of the rib cage. Again, check out where the gaze and neck feels comfy. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, release the arms down. We'll cactus the arms again 3 times. Inhale, arms up and reach up. And exhale, cactus the arms. Again, inhale, lift and reach. And exhale, cactus. One more time, we'll hold. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, cactus. So shoulders away from the ears, elbows behind the back. Heart is lifted. Breathe. Take one more breath. Hug those shoulder blades. And as you inhale, lift the arms up toward the sky. And exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, arms up, reach up. As you exhale, right hand down, reach over with the left arm. Again, creating space in the neck and the shoulders. Another breath. And then inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, left hand down, extend over with the right. Breathe. Inhale, arms up toward the sky, and exhale, release the arms down. Good, one more time. Inhale, arms up, reach up, extend. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. And exhale, cactus. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, cactus. Shoulders down and away, elbows behind you. Lift the heart forward and up. Breathe. And then inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, release the arms down. Side bends one more time. Inhale, arms up, reach up. As you exhale, right hand down, lift up and over with the left arm. Again, if you need the support, you can really push your hand against your leg or against the chair. And then inhale, arms up toward the sky. Exhale, left hand down, extend over with the right. Full deep breath. Good. Inhale, arms all the way up, and exhale, release. Inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale, hands through center. We'll do this a few times. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, hands through center. Again, inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, through center. One more. Inhale, lift, reach. Exhale, through center. Good. Let's give the arms a little bit of a break, and let's work on our legs. Okay, so you can sit on your hands, or you can bring your hands to your lap or even alongside your body. And let's start by lifting your right leg, okay? Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, just hover it above the ground, and then inhale, lift. And exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Inhale it up. Exhale, hover. Again, inhale, lift. And exhale, hover. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, release it all the way down. Inhale, left leg. And exhale, hover just right above the ground. Inhale, lift. And exhale, hover. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Again, inhale. Exhale, hover. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release it all the way down. So now let's work on doing both legs at the same time. If that becomes too intense, then you can switch back to one leg at a time. Okay, so keep the inner thighs squeezing together, keep the feet squeezing together, and then inhale, lift the legs. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. And exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale all the way to the ground. Okay. So now let's do the same thing, but we're going to pulse the legs once they're in the air. Okay? So we'll do a few where we hover, and then the last one we'll hold up. Inner thighs squeeze together, feet squeeze together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Inhale it up. Exhale, hover. Two more. Inhale it up. Exhale and hover. Last one. Inhale, lift. And now let's hold and pulse the feet. So think of tapping this imaginary ceiling right above the feet. Using your breath. Couple more little pulses. You got this. Small movement. And slowly release the legs down. So you might feel some stuff going on in the front of the thighs and those quadriceps. That's a good thing. Okay. So now if you can scoot forward in your chair, I'm going to ask you to do so. If you can't, it's okay. Again, we always work with where we are today. So if you can scoot forward, you will, and if not, no worries. Okay, so now, if you are scooted forward, you're going to hold the outer edges of your chair. Make sure you're not too far forward. You don't want to fall. My chair is not the sturdiest. Okay, so lifting your right leg up, let's start to circle out through the joint of the hip. Okay, just going in one direction. And then let's go in the opposite direction. Good, and then releasing the legs to the ground. And then lift your left leg. And again, just circle out in one direction. Right, doing the best you can. And then going in the opposite direction. That's my scaredy cat. She's like afraid of life. I'm surprised she's even in here. And then release the foot down. She's like afraid of me, which is really funny. All right, so now scoot back in your chair a little bit and then hug the inner thighs together. All right, we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna do the legs at the same time. So lift your legs and circle out in one direction. All right, really using the muscles of your abdomen. Doing the best you can. And let's go in the opposite direction. Legs might start to burn a little bit, even the belly, right? Kicking in those muscles. Nice, and then slowly release the legs down, shake them out and let it go. If you are scooted forward, stay. We'll take our pigeon while we're here. So soles of the feet to the mat preferably, all right? And if you don't reach, that's okay. And then crossing the right ankle over the left knee. So you can be here. If this is too intense or not happening in your body, you can bring the right ankle crossed over the shin, or even have the foot on the ground and let your knee just splay to the side of the room, okay? So a bunch of options depending on what works for you today. So you can either stay seated nice and tall, right? Check out the outer right hip. Notice what you feel. If there's a lot of sensation here, then just stay, right? You don't want to intensify it too much more. But if it's not intense enough, you can bring your forearms to your leg and then allow gravity and the weight of your upper body to help drop that right knee closer to the ground. Okay, and we'll just take a few breaths here. So if you'd like to close your eyes so you can really connect to the breath and what you're feeling here, that's a really nice idea. And just feel the pathway of the breath as you breathe in through the nose and let it go past your throat, filling your lungs and filling your belly. And as you exhale, releasing the air from the belly, through the lungs, past the throat, and out of the nostrils. A couple more breaths. Again, just observing what you're feeling. Slowly bring your hands to your legs and gently let yourself come back up if you were in the forward fold, and then help your leg down. And just take a moment to observe what you feel, okay? And then left side. So left ankle crossed over the right knee. And again, if this is not happening for you, maybe your foot comes on the ground, then you just splay your left knee to the side of the room, okay? And then maybe you keep this length in your spine as you sit up tall, or maybe you hinge slightly forward. And we breathe. Okay, those slow, steady, deep breaths. So I know personally, this side is way tighter for me. Right, so I have to really consciously focus on the breath. I imagine sending the breath to the outer left hip, creating a little bit more softness, creating a little bit more space, and creating a little bit more room for my breath. Breaths here. And slowly inhale and sit up nice and tall. Helping your left leg down to the ground, and again, just observing what you feel here. Right, again, maybe there was a lot of sensation there and you have to just come back to the breath. Take another full deep breath here. And then just close the eyes for a moment, just reconnecting to maybe the intention you set in the beginning of the practice, always coming back to remembering why you're here. And then blinking the eyes open. Okay, so if you're scooted forward, stay just for another moment, and then interlace your hands behind your back. So let's pull the knuckles toward the chair, right? Elbows are straight, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. And again, you might feel some sensation in the back body as the shoulder blades gently hug against one another. couple more breaths. And then gently release the arms. Okay, so if you're scooted forward, you could scoot back again. My cat is giving herself a bath. So bring the arms out to a T, and then bring the right arm across the body and take hold of the outer right arm and just draw the arm across. All right, take a couple breaths here. Breathing into that outer right arm, the bicep, the tricep. You might even feel it through the right shoulder, the upper back, depending on how tight the body is. Right? The tighter you are, the quicker you feel a stretch. Last breath, and slowly release the arms down, arms out to a T. Left arm comes across, and then just take hold of the outer arm. And again, just a few breaths to get into that upper left arm across the shoulder. Another breath, and slowly release the arms. Circle out through the shoulders to release. Maybe rock the head a couple times, and we'll get into the neck here. So bring the arms out to a T again. Bring your right arm under your left arm, and maybe just kind of cross at the elbows here, okay? So if you have the space, you can lift your elbows up a little higher, and then turn your head from side to side, so gazing to the right, and then through center, and then gazing to the left. And just go back and forth a couple times. And then let the right ear fall toward the right shoulder, and then through center and over toward the left. And again, just go back and forth a few times. And the head comes up to center, gently releasing the arms. Arms out to a T, left arm under the right arm. And again, maybe you cross at the elbows. I should have given this option before, I forgot. If that's too hard, you can just hold on to opposite shoulders, right? If it becomes too intense to have the hands up. So really listening to your body. If you are cross at the elbows and you have the arms up, then lift the elbows, and again, just turn the head from side to side. Notice any sensation in the upper back through the shoulder blades. And then right ear toward the right shoulder, and then left ear toward the left shoulder. And again, just going back and forth a few times. And then slowly releasing the arms. Good. Circling through the shoulders and in the opposite direction. All right, so continue to sit up nice and tall, and let's just work on the shoulders and the neck a little bit here. It's funny, it was so chilly out earlier, and now it's actually getting so nice and warm. The sun's coming out. All right, so sit up tall, shoulders down and away from the ears. And let's just let the right ear fall toward the right shoulder. Finding a heaviness in the head. So if this feels good, you can stay here. If you're looking for a different stretch, you can bring your nose more toward your underarm, and that's going to stretch out the back of the neck as opposed to just the side. So you'll feel a stretch in the back left side of the neck. Slow breath. And the head comes back up to center, and then left ear over left shoulder. Make sure you're sitting up tall. And again, you can turn your nose more toward your underarm. Sitting up nice and tall. So let's end with cat-cow before we find our little meditation and rest. So bringing your hands loosely on your knees. As you inhale, heel the heart forward, open up through the throat, arch the back, and exhale, round your spine, chin to throat. Inhale, heart peels forward, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, round the spine, chin to throat. Inhale, heart forward, shoulders down and away from the ears. Exhale, rounding into the back. Couple more. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale and round. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And sitting up tall. All right, so for Shavasana, our rest at the end, finding a comfortable seat in your chair. You can sit back, you can sit forward, you can cross your legs, you can have your feet on the floor, you can have your ankles crossed straight, whatever feels good for you, as always. And find a comfortable spot for your arms to rest. Right. And then slowly begin to allow the eyes to close. And begin to release the toes, feet, and ankles. Relax the legs heavy against the chair. Soften your hips, belly, and chest. Release your low, mid, and upper back. Soften the fingers, hands, and wrists. Relax the arms heavy. Release the deep muscles of the shoulders. As you soften through the neck. Unhinge your jaw, allowing your teeth to part slightly as the tongue falls from the top of the mouth and down to the bottom. The eyes sink deep into the sockets as you release the skin around your eyes, eyebrows, and forehead. Allowing the chair beneath you to absorb any lingering tension in the body. No stress, no worries. Just giving yourself permission for the next few moments to be just with your breath. Feeling each inhale and each exhale. To deepen your breath, bringing your awareness back to your space, wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe running your thumbs over your fingers, just feeling that sensation. You can circle through the wrists and the ankles. Maybe reach the arms over your head. And then bringing hands to heart center, representing balance and harmony. And bowing your chin to your throat. Just taking a moment here to thank and honor yourself. And I thank and honor each and every one of you for joining me today. It's my honor to guide you. I bow to the light and love in you that is the light and love in me. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Have a good one.